Hello, hello. Can you guys hear me? Am I coming through loud and clear? Hello, 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 Joe McKenzie. Hello, Joe Reese. How are you guys doing tonight? Borderline 11. Hello. My buddy Lauren is here, visited by Voices One. How are you doing? My buddy Dave is here. How are you, Dave? The White Trash Jedi is here. Hello, White Trash Jedi. Killer. Puffco Smoker 420 Morales. Hello. AMG. Astyonics 8. Patrick Holmes. My buddy Nico is here. Horror Fruit. Lance Kenneth. Eric Vitali. Let's see who is over on Twitch watching with me. I've got Sting of the Scorpion, Friday the 13th Game, and Kyle K 1994. What's up, guys? How are you guys doing over on Twitch? How's everybody doing tonight? Everybody hanging in there? What's up, Bradley? TJFF, what's up? Jeff Overing, hello. Doing pretty good tonight. Well, didn't do a whole lot today. Just kind of hung out for the most part. Hung out with Jeremy though, so that's always fun hanging out with him. But aside from that, did very, very little. Had a pretty lazy Sunday. Really pretty day here in Kentucky, though. Everybody's doing good. What's up, Toronto Freddy? How you doing, buddy? Thank you. Puffco. Yes, as Lauren said, hit the like button. If you've not liked the stream, please do so. I would certainly appreciate that. Hey, Gabe, what's up, man? Hope you're doing well. It's 3:15 in the morning where you are, Joe. It's 10:16 here in Kentucky on the East Coast. Yo, man, this movie was filmed around my city. Oh, cool, Nick. That's cool. Your girlfriend broke up with you Friday the 13th Game. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Oh, thank you. Yes, Jeremy is my brother. What'd you guys do today? Did you guys watch any movies? Did you guys do any anything fun today? You once drove from New York to Cincy for a concert, missed a turn, and wound up in Kentucky. That can happen. That can happen. The Blob 88 is everything I said it would be. Oh, cool. I'm glad you liked it, Nico. Glad you liked it. Horror Breakdown, what's up? How you doing, buddy? Sting the Scorpion, you went to the grocery store? I'm going to have to go once more into the fray tomorrow or the next day to the grocery store. Pick up some more essentials. No fireplace tonight. I've got the beautiful ocean in the background tonight. The beautiful, soothing ocean. You're watching 90s Flashpoint. Watch the Garbage Pail Kids movie today? Oh my goodness gracious. You watched Trick or Treat today? Oh, very nice. You've been working 12-hour shifts lately, Gabe? Jeez. Popcorn and zombies. You're ready to go, Charlie. I like that. I like that. Yeah, were you watching Trick or Treat? The newer Trick or Treat or the Trick or Treat from the 80s? The heavy metal Trick or Treat. Hey Casey, what's up? How's everything going up in Utah? Have to go out tomorrow too. Almost out of cooking spray, and all these remake lovers in the chat. I like the Nightmare. I like the Night of the Living Dead remake. How can you not like the Night of the Living Dead remake? It's Tony Todd. You know what I mean? I like the lady that played Barbara. It's got a very doomy, gloomy, super bleak atmosphere. You know? If you have Prime, you should invest your time in Bates Motel. I may do that. Well, I need to start investing time in Tiger King. That's kind of what's been on my list. Everybody's trying to, keep hearing everybody's watching Tiger King and like, oh, you need to watch Tiger King. You'll love it. Just start it. I mean, you'll get it'll pull you in immediately, and liking it is fine. Liking it more than the original is not. Well, you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say this, and it's going to be controversial, but I don't care. Tom Savini is a much better filmmaker than George Romero. There, I said it. I just said it. And, oh man, I feel really dirty having said that too. Oh, that joke didn't land. Yeah, got to wash that bad taste out of my mouth. Oy. 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 But I do like the Night of the Living Dead remake. I think it's pretty good. Not on par in any way with Romero's, of course, but I mean, that wasn't ever going to happen. Is everybody watching? Have you guys all seen the original Night of the Living Dead? Are there any first timers here tonight? No interest in the Tiger King? I think the 80s Trick or Treats aged wonderfully. Yes, Mr. Blonde, it is royalty free. It is. Remember the first time you saw it, Sting of the Scorpion? Hey, Juliet, you're staying up to watch along with us? That's cool. Hey, Phil, what's up, man? How are you doing? Jeremy and I are both doing pretty good. Yes, I've seen The Fanatic, Rev Low. I did a review of it not too long ago. It's something else. It is something else. Oh, you've only seen bits and pieces of it, Dave. So this will be the first time you've seen the entire thing. Wow, okay. Cool. Diary of the Dead is the best. Well, you know, it's right up there. It's nowhere near on point with Survival of the Dead, though. I mean, come on. If you could bring one deceased director back from the dead, who would it be? Oh, man. That's a tough question. I don't know. I don't know if you can answer that one correctly, because we've got so many great horror directors who've passed away. Jeez, you know. I don't think there's a right answer. Loved my In Search of Darkness video. Oh, cool. Thank you. Piz, have you seen the trailer for the Mondo Macabre release? Isn't it Mondo Macabro? Mondo Macabro? Isn't that how they pronounce it? What they call themselves? I don't remember. The Beast and the Magic Sword. Check out the trailer. It's crazy horror with werewolves versus a samurai. Oh my god. That does sound pretty good. Psychotic Killer. Well, Psychotic Killer is who I have to thank for sending me a copy of In Search of Darkness. So thank you, man. I appreciate that. That was really nice of you. Al from Russia. What's up, man? How are you doing tonight? Hope you're doing well. William Girdler, Wes Craven, Val Lewton. Interesting choice. I thought that's how they pronounced it, Macabro. Are we going to watch Night of the Living Bread afterwards? Of course. You can't watch Night of the Living Dead and not immediately follow it up with Night of the Living Bread. I mean, come on. Land of the Dead's okay. I'm not a huge fan of it, but, you know, I don't think it's horrible or anything. But I'm not like a huge fan of it. Has everybody here seen the Night of the Living Dead remake that Tom Savini directed? Well, the rumor is that Tom Savini directed some of it, and then Romero stepped in and directed the rest. Ghost directed the rest, but I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. Kind of like the rumors of Spielberg ghost directing Poltergeist. We're going to start the movie here in probably about 5 minutes or so. We'll let some more people file in, and then we'll get the movie started here in about 5 minutes or so. So hold tight. And I've not seen the one with Sid Haig. No, I've not seen that one. Wasn't that one in 3D? I've not heard good things about it. The only Living Dead movie you saw was Return, I think, the one in the mall. That was Dawn of the Dead, is the one in the mall. Return of the Living Dead was in 86, I think, is when that one came out. So that's the only Dead movie you've seen, Brother Lance? Argento's actually working on a new movie now, is what I've heard, starring his daughter. Yes, Tony Todd was in the remake Friday the 13th game. Yes, he was. No antioxidants tonight. Just good old-fashioned H2O. You have the work print of the remake? Oh, really? That's interesting. Don't think I've seen that. Does it differ a lot from the theatrical release? When I watch Poltergeist, I see Toby Hooper, but I see Toby Hooper with the gloss and shine of a Stephen King or a Steven Spielberg produced movie. I don't know. I see a lot of Hooper in that movie, but through the very shiny, you know big budget studio movie shine of a Spielberg produced film. I think Mick Garris made a great argument about Toby Hooper directing Poltergeist on the In Search of Darkness documentary, where he said, you know, the Goonies, you know, is basically the same thing. It looks like a Spielberg movie. It's got the Spielberg shine, but it's not directed by Steven Spielberg. Nobody's ever questioned whether, Donner really directed the Goonies. So, yes, R.I.P. Toby. What do I think of the ending of Night of the Living Dead? I love it. I love it. It has the gore scenes intact. Cool. Do I think Poltergeist is legit cursed? No. No. Films really come together in the edit, which is where Spielberg took control over completely. Yeah, that's probably true. All of Hooper's tougher elements were toned down in the cut. Yeah. Yep. It's kind of funny because, Spielberg's Jaws was a movie that was pretty much, really, if you want to, Verna Fields directed Jaws, honestly. She put that movie together in the editing room. She made that movie. Spielberg owes his whole career to Verna Fields. That's why there's a building on the Universal lot with her name. There's a special place in my heart for the original Night of the Living Dead, 7 years old, and Halloween night. Ah, cool. Did I read any comic books? Yeah, I used to read comic books back in the day. I liked Spider-Man. Spider-Man was my favorite. He was my main guy. He was my main comic back in the day. Donner. Did I not say Richard Donner? Watching One for the Fire on the Japanese Happy Net Blu-ray. Cool. Okay. I thought I said Richard Donner. Rob Zombie should remake Poltergeist? Absolutely. Yes. He's the only person who should remake Poltergeist. The only thing better than Return of the Living Dead is Return of the Living Dead 2. The kids running around and it's just superior on every single level. If only it had Miguel Nunez in it. That would have put it right over the top. I mean, they brought back Tom Matthews and oh gosh, what was the other guy's name? They brought them back, basically playing the exact same characters. Why couldn't they bring back Miguel Nunez too? You know? Jeez. James Karen, yes, James Karen, yeah, yeah, love James Karen. Yeah, yeah. Actually, they did remake Poltergeist not long ago. Yeah, I think it. Don't think it did very well. I don't think. Don't think it did very well critically or commercially. Ah, Joe, I like the Video Dead. Video Dead's funny. Yeah, it's funny. It's a funny movie. It's a lot of fun though. The priest in Poltergeist taught at your high school in Rochester, New York. Really? That's cool. Well, are you guys ready to? Ah, Gabe, very nice. Um, I'm gonna have to go to the post office tomorrow too. I sold a mask. I'm gonna have to go to the post office and ship that sucker out. Are you guys about ready to start? Night of the Living Dead. We'll wait just a couple of more minutes. Let's see. We have got 68 people watching on YouTube. If you guys could drop a like on the stream, I would certainly appreciate it before we get the party started. And we've got 5 people watching over on Twitch. Thank you guys for tuning in over on Twitch. I appreciate it. Should we have a remake of The Exorcist? No. God, no. God, no. Leave that movie alone. Let's remake Exorcist 2 and make it better. Let's remake The Heretic. Who would play Reagan in the if we did a Exorcist 2 Heretic remake? Who could be Reagan? Because I'm thinking Hollywood would probably cast somebody like Millie Bobby Brown in that role. And let's see who would play like the James Earl Jones character. I bet Idris Elba. Yes, Night of Anubis. Aaron Rodriguez, what's up, man? How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Oh, the priest in The Exorcist taught at your high school. Really? That's cool. Miley Cyrus, oh God. Oh God, Miley Cyrus in the Exorcist 2 remake is Reagan. Oh my God. That just made my head hurt thinking about that. Ah, Jesus. Ah, Horror Ghoul, what's up? How you doing, Ghoul? You doing good? Yeah, I sold a Blood Tears Michael Myers mask. Dr. Splinter, hello. How's everything going up in Canada tonight, Jill? Exorcist 2, the Turkitic. That's funny. Oh, gosh. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and get the party started here with Night of the Living Dead. Let me know about the levels. If the levels are too high or too low, if I'm too high or too low, or if the movie's too high or too low. So, all right, here we go. I'm sorry to hear you're stressed out, Joe. But I can understand. We're doing pretty good over here. Definitely ready for the world to be back to normal. How's my levels here? Am I too loud? Is the movie too loud? Or vice versa? Movie's a little low. When I was in Pennsylvania and I went to the Monroeville Mall, I really wanted to, if I had an extra day, I would have tracked down this cemetery, but just didn't have the time. It's one of your top 10 favorite films of all time?
Make the day the time changes, the first day of summer.
What?
Well, it's 8 o'clock and it's still light.
A lot of good the extra daylight does us. Now, we've still got a 3-hour drive back. We're not going to be home until after midnight.
Well, if it really bugged you, Johnny, you wouldn't do it.
You think I want to blow Sunday on a scene like this? You know, I figure we're either going to have to move Mother out here or move the grave into Pittsburgh.
She can't make a trip like this.
Oh, no, that she can't. Is there any of that candy left?
No.
Look at this thing. We still remember. I don't. You know, I don't even remember what the man looks like.
Johnny, it takes you 5 minutes.
Yeah,
I forget exactly where
it
is in
6 hours to drive back and forth.
Pennsylvania.
Mother wants to remember, so we trot 200 miles into the country and she stays at home.
Well, we're here, John, all right?
Back on? Ladies and gentlemen, we're coming back on the air after an interruption due to technical problem.
Evans City is where the graveyard is.
There's nothing wrong with the radio. Must have been the station.
Which row is it in?
So what if Johnny wears a wedding band?
Well, there's no one around.
Well, it's late. If you'd gotten up earlier.
Oh, look, I already lost an hour's sleep on the time change.
I think you complain just to hear yourself talk. There it is.
I wonder what happened to the one from last year.
Yeah, this
Each year
whole
we
opening
spend
set's a
good
really
money on
great.
these things. We come out
really
here
great
and the one
time.
from last year's gone.
Well, the flowers die, and the caretaker or somebody takes them away.
Yeah, a little spit and polish. You can clean this up. Sell it next year. Wonder how many times we bought the same one. Hey, come on, Barb. Church was this morning, huh?
No, this is whatever version's on YouTube. It looks really good though. Oh, this was the last thing they filmed for the movie?
Church, huh? Come on.
Cool.
I haven't seen you in church lately.
Well, there's not much sense in my going to church. Do you remember one time when we were small, we were out here? It was from right over there. I jumped out at you from behind the tree, and Grandpa got all excited, and he shook his fist at me, and he said, "Boy, you be damned to hell." Remember that? Right over there. Well, you used to really be scared here.
Johnny,
You're still afraid.
stop it now. I mean it.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Stop it. You're ignorant.
They're coming for you, Barbara.
Stop it. You're acting like a child.
They're coming for you.
There's one of them now.
Look, there comes one of them now.
He'll hear you.
Here he comes now. I'm getting out of here.
Johnny.
What a jerk.
Oh, no! No! Johnny! Help
Oh. So are these zombies or are these ghouls? Romero perfected the zombie in Dawn of the Dead. Here they're still kind of, you know. Yeah, we were talking about the remake a little earlier. Don't say you like it too much, though, Jill, or Lauren will attack you. Mike, you watched The Stand today? Very apropos. I don't know if I've seen Flesh Eater. Oh yeah, this movie had to be totally, revolutionary. Can you imagine audiences in like '68 watching, zombies eat flesh and like the little girl kill her mother with the trowel, Well, and of course, you have a person of color in the lead. Hey, horror nerd. What's up, Zach? I don't have any problem with the music, and I think the music was. I think the music was stock music too. So I mean.
It's all right. Don't worry about him. I can handle him. Probably be a lot more of them as soon as they find out about us.
And of course, Romero swears that he had no,
This pump on here is locked. Is there a key?
he wasn't trying to make a statement
He's trying to get out if we can get some gas. Is there a key?
when he hired Dwayne Jones, but he claims that he was just the best actor that he knew, or that they knew. But
I suppose you've tried this. Do you live here? Jesus.
yeah, the Criterion would be the best physical release of this movie by far.
We have to get to where there's some other people. Maybe we better take some food. I'll see if I can find some food.
happening?
Oh, you think it's happening?
What's happening?
Two of them. There are two of them out there. Have you seen any more around here? I can take care of those two.
I don't
I know you're afraid, but we have
I
to.
don't know! I don't know! What's happening? Oh.
Yeah, there's a colorized version out there. Could have nightmares, Dr. Splinter. Your mom saw the movie when she was 8 and claims after people were walking in the parking lot like ghouls trying to scare one another. That's fine. Yeah, I've heard Romero say that, Keith. And there's John Russo, the film's co-writer. Who would I cast as these two? Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as Ben, of course. And probably Miley Cyrus as Barbara. Colorized version. In the colorized version, the ghouls have glowing green eyes. Oof. Yeah, I don't want to see this movie in color.
I know we're in here now.
What happened between Russo and Romero? There was some sort of court battle over. You can see Russo's eyes moving there. There was some sort of court battle over the rights to the name.
Don't look at it.
Living Dead and doing other Living Dead movies. And Russo was awarded Living Dead, and Romero was awarded Dead. So Russo could make more Living Dead movies, and Romero could make more Dead movies.
Get some more lights on in this house.
He had one job to play Dead. He couldn't do that right. I love roads too. Russo made Santa Claus. Who's laughing now?
We can find some wood, some
Exactly.
boards, something
That's a
about
great
fireplace,
film.
Something we can nail this place up.
Amazing film.
God damn. Look, I know you're afraid. I'm afraid too. But we have to try to board the house up together. Now, I'm going to board up the windows and the doors. Do you understand? We'll be all right here. We'll be all right here until someone comes to rescue
Hey,
us.
FTV, what's up, man? How are you
We'll have
doing?
to work together. You'll have to help me. Now, I want you to go in and get some wood so I can board the place up. Do you understand? Okay? Okay?
Yeah, The Majorettes was also a novel he wrote. Can you imagine that movie as a novel? What's your all's favorite non-zombie Romero movie? Am I getting the Friday the 13th board game? I don't know. Maybe. Is it out yet? Creepshow's your favorite Sting of the Scorpion? There's Always Vanilla, Night Riders. Need to rewatch Night Riders. It's been a long time since I last saw that film. Night Riders is the best Romero film for you, Alexander? The Crazies. Martin? Monkey Shines. Lots of love for Creepshow, I see. I like Romero zombie flicks. I love Fulci's Zombie, but
Not that strong. Here, I want you to pick out some nails. Pick out the biggest ones you can find. There, this room looks pretty secure.
R.I.P. Dwayne
We have to,
Jones.
we can
Yep.
run in here and board up the doors. Won't be long before those things be back pounding their way in here. They're afraid now.
Yeah, I like Martin a lot too.
They're afraid of fire. I found that out. You know a place back down the road called Beekman's? Beekman's Diner? Anyhow, that's where I found that truck I have out there. There's a radio in the truck. I had jumped in to listen to it when a big gasoline truck came screaming right across the road. But there must have
Yeah, I
been
know, Brian.
10, 15 of those things chasing after it.
I'm hoping that and the Dawn of the Dead
Grabbing and
4K
holding on.
come out pretty soon.
Now, I didn't see them at first. I could just see that the truck was moving in a funny way. And those things were catching up to it. The truck went right across the road. slammed on my brakes to keep from hitting it myself. It went right through the guardrail.
You're still waiting on your In Search of Darkness Blu-ray, Hef?
I guess the
thought-
driver must have cut off the road.
I would have thought all those had been sent out by now.
By Beekman's Diner. It went right through the billboard, ripped over a gas pump, and never stopped moving. By now it's like a moving bonfire.
If you look at the boards closely in certain scenes, you can see markings like top right and bottom left written on them, really.
Still, you're the man.
Well, you got to know, where to put them.
This thing is just backing away from it. I looked back at the diner to see if there was anyone there who could help me. It was when I noticed that the entire place had been encircled. There wasn't a sign of life left except... By now there were no more screams.
Well, thank you for the $9.99 super chat, Gabe. I appreciate that. Meat fries for Jeremy. Oh, yeah.
Alone with 50 or 60 of those things, just standing there, staring at me. I started to drive. I just plowed right through them.
Appreciate that, Gabe.
They didn't move. They didn't run or...
We'll put that in the meat fries
just
fund.
stood there, staring at me. Just wanted to
I got a Dead Meat In Search of Darkness Blu-ray. It arrived today. It arrived about a week and a half ago.
Bugs.
We were riding in the cemetery. Johnny and me. Johnny. We came to put a wreath on my father's grave. Johnny, and he said, "Can I have some candy, Barbara?" We didn't have any. And
yeah, it is. It's a little steep. In Search of Darkness, that's for sure.
It's hot in here. Hot.
Not cheap. Meat fry stimulus package. There you go.
And he said, "Oh, it's late. Why did we start so
no,
late?"
do not own a Trick or Treat
And
Studios
I
Good
said,
Guy doll.
"Johnny,
Those were very
if you'd gotten up
expensive too.
earlier, we wouldn't be late." Johnny asked me if I were afraid. And I said, "I'm not afraid, Johnny." And then this man started walking up the road. He came slowly, and Johnny kept teasing me and saying, "He's coming to get you, Barbara." And I laughed at him and said, "Johnny, stop."
No, a viewer sent me a
Johnny
copy.
ran away.
Jeff.
And
He was in the chat earlier.
I
Psychotic
went up to
Killer.
this man,
Good
and I was
man.
going to apologize.
Why don't you just keep calm?
And I looked up, and I said, "Good evening." And he grabbed me. He grabbed me, and he ripped at me. He held me, and he ripped at my clothes.
I think you should just calm down.
Oh,
Yeah, Ben's not got time for this breakdown. He's got
Johnny,
to
help me.
fortify.
Oh, help me. And he wouldn't let me go. He ripped. And then Johnny came and he ran and he fought this man. And I got so afraid. I ran. And Johnny didn't come. We have to wait for Johnny. We better go out and get him. We have to go out and get Johnny. He's out there.
Without Barbara lies
Please,
when
don't
recounting the
you
beginning
hear
of the
me?
film.
We've got to go out and get him. Please, we have got to go get Johnny.
That's why eyewitness testimony cannot be
Please help
trusted.
me. Please.
Johnny's
So
been
what's going on
eating,
out there?
honey.
This is no Sunday school picnic.
Don't you understand? My brother is alone.
Your brother is dead.
No! My brother is not dead.
Slap her, Ben. Oh, that was a punch. That wasn't a slap. He socked her. Also, had to be extremely controversial back in the day. A man of color hitting a white woman? My goodness. How'd they allow this movie to be released? He needs to feed her to the zombies. When I saw this movie as a kid, I started my collection of Living Dead dolls.
And because
That's
of the
cool.
crisis which is even now developing, this radio station will remain on the air day and night. This station and hundreds of other radio and TV stations
Bam,
throughout this
bitch
part
was
of the
down.
country are pooling their resources through an emergency network hookup to keep you informed of all developments. At this hour, we repeat, these are the facts as we know them. There is an epidemic of mass murder being committed by a virtual army
What
of
do I think of the
unidentified
Romero
assassins.
biopic with Robert England
Murders are
playing
taking
him?
place in villages, cities, rural homes, and suburbs with no
I don't know if
apparent
Romero. I don't know if
or
Argent.
reason
I don't.
for the
Or,
slaying.
I don't know if
It
England
seems
would
to
be the
a
right
sudden general explosion of
fit.
mass homicide. We
Romero
have
was
some
a
descriptions of the
big
assassins.
guy.
Eyewitnesses say they are ordinary-looking people. Some say they appear to be in a kind of trance. Others describe them as being
Some people have described them as having a really weird case of the munchies.
So, at this point, there is no really authentic way for us to say who or what to look for and guard yourself against. Misshapen monsters. Reaction of law enforcement officials is one of complete bewilderment at this hour. So far, we have been unable to determine that any kind of organized investigation is yet underway. Police, sheriff's deputies, and emergency ambulances are literally deluged with calls for help. The scene can best be described as mayhem. Mayors of Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, and Miami, along with the governors of several eastern and midwestern states, have indicated the National Guard may be mobilized at any moment, but that has not happened as yet. The only advice our reporters have been able to get from official sources is for private citizens to stay in their homes behind locked doors. Do not venture outside for any reason until the nature of this crisis has been determined and until we can advise what course of action to take. Keep listening.
Darkness Demon
Radio
8. This is
and
probably your
TV.
second favorite
Getting
Romero
special
zombie film.
instructions as this crisis develops further. Thousands of office and factory workers are being urged to stay at their places of employment. Not to make
There's a
any
great
attempt to get
archival
to their
interview
homes.
with Dwayne Jones
However,
on
in
the
spite of this urging and warning,
Criterion
streets and
release
highways
of
are
Night of the Living
packed
Dead.
with frantic people trying to reach their families or apparently to flee just anywhere. We repeat, the safest course of action at this time is simply to stay where you Ladies and gentlemen, we've just received word that the president has called a meeting of his cabinet to deal with the sudden epidemic of murder which has seized the eastern third of this nation. The meeting is scheduled to convene within the hour. Members of the presidential cabinet will be joined by officials of the FBI and joint chiefs behind closed doors. The White House spokesman, in announcing this conference, says there will be an official announcement as soon as possible following that meeting. This is the latest dispatch just received in our newsroom. Latest word also from National Press Services in Washington, D.C. now tells us that the emergency presidential conference, which we've just mentioned, will include high-ranking scientists from the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. That's the extent of this latest bulletin. Repeating, members of his cabinet, the FBI, the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and scientists from NASA within the hour. All radio and TV stations throughout this part of the country, including the one to which you're listening, have joined their facilities in an emergency network to bring you this news as it develops. We
I
urge
agree,
you to
Chris.
stay tuned to
During
radio
the filming
and
of an
TV
exterior
and
scene where they had to
stay
start to
indoors
set the
at
chair
all
on fire,
costs.
Gary Striner had a
Reports
bad
reaching
bad
this
accident.
newsroom tell
He
of
squirted
frightened people
gasoline on
seeking
hot
refuge in
embers and
churches,
it went up.
schools, and government buildings,
Bill Hinsman
demanding
tackled
shelter
him,
and protection
smothered
from
the
the wholesale
flames, and
murder,
probably
which
saved his
apparently
life.
is
Wow.
engulfing much of the nation. Law enforcement officials are at a loss to explain or even at this hour, even to theorize.
Yes, Alien is a horror film. AMG.
So far, the advice we are able to give the public is some of the efforts of Chief T.K. Dunmore of Camden, North Carolina, who's quoted as saying, quote, "Tell the people, for God's sake, to get off the streets. Tell them to go home and lock their doors and windows up tight. We don't know what kind of murder-happy characters we have here." End quote. Is Chief Dunmore of Camden, North Carolina. So far, the only descriptions, the only clues anyone has of the killers come from frightened witnesses of some of the slayings. These eyewitness accounts variously describe the murderers as ordinary-looking people, misshapen monsters, people who look like they're in a trance, and things that look like people but act like animals. Some eyewitnesses tell of seeing victims.
No, don't believe Psycho is public
This
domain.
whole ghastly story began developing 2 days ago with the report of the slaying of a family of 7 in their rural home near Gulfport. Then reports of such senseless killings began snowballing in a reign of terror which has hopscotched in an erratic, disconnected manner throughout much of the eastern and midwestern United States. Efforts to keep track of the murder reports by the placing of markers on a map seem to indicate a general spreading of the extreme southeastern United States from the north and west. Our newsmen have been on the telephone talking with officials in other cities and have determined that none of this kind of mass murder has yet been reported west of the Mississippi River, except in the extreme southeastern portion of Texas. Similar killings have been reported around the Houston and Galveston areas, but nothing like
I found a gun and some bullets out there.
It was only late yesterday
Oh,
that
and
it
these.
first became clear we were facing some kind of national emergency. When first reports began filtering
Put these on, woman, your face stink.
and law enforcement agencies were of the opinion
This
that
place is
things
boarded up pretty solid now.
in nature. However, as these
We ought to be all right here for a while.
increased dramatically, it was soon apparent that
We have
this
the
was
gun
something
and
more than the
bullets.
usual run of lawlessness.
Food and the radio.
Officials began to suspect an obscure kind of conspiracy.
Sooner or later, someone's
Things as
bound to come and get us out.
creatures from outer space. So again,
Creatures from outer space.
law enforcement agencies urging you to seek shelter in a building. Lock the doors and windows.
It's the night of
Yeah, that's us.
omnibus.
We're doing all right.
Cautious of any suspicious strangers, and keep tuned to your radio and television for survival instructions and further details of this continuing.
Thank you, HefTV, for the
I
$5
don't
super
know if you hear
chats.
it.
Much appreciated. Shout
going
out to the
upstairs
respiratory renegades. Thank
If
you, man. I
anything's trying to
appreciate
break in
that.
here, I can hear it from up there. I'll be down to take care of it.
Savage killers. We repeat, this radio station.
Everything is all right for now. I'll be back to reinforce the windows and doors later. But you'll be all right for now, okay? Okay.
Yeah, that window behind him's not quite boarded up, but
Civil defense officials in Cumberland have told newsmen that murder victims show evidence of having been partially devoured by their murderers.
I think he was talking about Alien, Lord, not aliens, right? Did he say aliens? Oh, yeah. Alien is definitely a horror film. Aliens... I don't know, man. Aliens is sci-fi action. I don't think I've ever really considered Aliens to be a horror movie, to be honest.
Consistent reports from witnesses to the
I think of
effect
Aliens
people
as
who
almost
acted as
more of
though
an
they were in a kind of
action
trance
movie, kind of the
were
same way,
killing
you know,
and
Predator.
eating their victims prompted
like
authorities
Predator.
to examine the bodies of some of the victims. Medical authorities in Cumberland have concluded that in all cases, the killers are eating the flesh of the people they murder.
Oh, dear.
Repeating this latest bulletin just
That
received
is
moments
not
ago from
kosher.
Cumberland, Maryland, civil defense authorities have told newsmen that murder victims show evidence of having been partially devoured by their murderers. Medical examination of victims' bodies shows conclusively that the killers are eating the flesh of the people they kill. And so this incredible story becomes
Thank you for
more
the
ghastly
$2
with
super
each
chat.
report. It's
Horror
difficult
breakdown.
to
Thank you,
imagine
sir.
such a thing actually happening, but these are the reports we have been
Thanks for
receiving
hosting
and
this.
passing on
Always
to
a
you.
fun time. Well,
Reports
thank you,
which
sir.
have been verified
I
as
appreciate that
completely
super
as
chat.
is possible in this confused situation. It is happening, and it it would appear that no one is safe from this wave of mass murder.
Hold it! Don't shoot! We're from town.
A radio.
County, Pennsylvania. The Butler County Sheriff has verified.
And I've not read the novel.
Being partially eaten by
He didn't even
their
apologize for
slaves
punching in the
is
face.
no further details.
Well, it was an extreme circumstance, you know.
Guys been down there. I could use some help up here.
That's the cellar. It's the safest place.
You mean you didn't hear the racket we were making up here?
How are we supposed to know what was going on? Could have been those things for all we knew.
That girl was screaming. Sure, you must know what a girl screaming sounds like. Those things don't make any noise. Anybody would know.
No, I've never made a girl scream.
Look, it's kind of
I
hard
mean-
to hear what's going on from down there.
We thought we could hear screams, but for all we knew, that could have meant those things were in the house afterward.
And you wouldn't come up and help.
Well, if there were more of
The
it,
racket sounded like the place was being ripped apart. How were we supposed to know what was going on?
Now wait a minute.
You
You
coward.
just got finished saying you couldn't hear from down there. Now you say it sounded like the place was being ripped apart. It would
Russo
be
said
nice
that they
to get
didn't
this
board that
straight,
window
man.
up because it was so
All
high
right,
off the
now
ground
you
it was
tell me.
inaccessible.
I'm not going to take that kind of a chance when we got a safe place. We luck into a safe place, and you're telling us we got to risk our lives just
Eating
because
spaghetti.
somebody might need
Eating
help,
spaghetti
huh?
and watching a zombie movie is never a good
all right,
idea.
why don't we settle this?
I made I made that mistake while watching Fulci Zombie.
Now I suggest we all go back downstairs before any of those things find out we're in here.
They can't get in here.
You got the whole place boarded up?
Am I going to play the new Resident Evil remake? Probably not.
It'd be hard to fix.
You're insane. The cellar's the safest place.
I'm telling you, they can't get in here.
And I'm telling you, those things turned over our car. We were damn lucky to get away at all. Now you tell me those things can't get through this lousy pile of wood?
His wife and kids downstairs. The kid's hurt.
Well, I still think we're better off up here.
We could strengthen everything up, Mr. Cooper.
With all of us working, we could fix this place up in no time. We have everything we need up here.
We can take all that stuff downstairs with us. Man, you're really crazy, you know that? You got a million windows up here. All these windows, you're gonna make them strong enough to keep these things out, huh?
I told you those things don't have any strength. I smashed 3 of them and pushed another one out the door.
Did you
That's
hear
true,
me
Riddle of
when
Steel.
I told you they turned over our car?
Oh, hell, any good 5 men can do that.
That's my point. Only there's not going to be 5 or even 10. There's going to be 20, 30, maybe 100 of those things. And as soon as they know we're here, this place is going to be crawling with them.
Well, if there are that many, they'll probably get us wherever we are.
Look, the cellar. The cellar, there's only one door, right? Just one door, that's all we have to protect. Tom and I fixed it so it locks and boards from the inside. But up here, all these windows, why, we'd never know where they were going to hit us next.
You got a point, Mr. Cooper. But down in the cellar, there's no place to run to. I mean, if they did get in, there'd be no back exit. We'd be done for. We can get out of here if we have to. And we got windows to see what's going on outside.
What games do I play?
But down there with no windows, if a rescue party did come,
I don't really
we
play
wouldn't even
anything on a regular basis now.
The cellar's a death trap.
I don't know, Mr. Cooper. I think he's right. You know how many's out there?
I don't know. I figure maybe 6 or 7.
Look, you two can do whatever you like. I'm going back
I'm
down
excited
to
for the new
cellar,
Man-Eater
and you
game
better
when it
decide,
comes out.
'cause I'm going to board up that door, and I'm
Aside
not
from
gonna
that, I
run
don't
off
know
again, no
any
matter
other
what
games
happens.
I'm really
Now,
excited
wait a
for.
minute, Mr. Cooper.
No, I'm not going to wait. I've made my decision. Now you make yours.
Now, wait a minute. Let's think
Favorite
about
Left 4
this.
Dead character?
We
The
can make
biker
it to
guy
the
from the
cellar
first
if we
Left 4
have to.
Dead game.
And if we do decide
Francis.
to stay down there, we'll need some things from up here. So let's at least consider this a while.
If you box yourself in this cellar and those things get in the house, you've had it. At least up here you have a fighting chance.
Yeah, it looks like about 8 or 10 out there now.
There's more than there were. There are a lot out back, too.
Ouch.
Harry? Harry, what's happening?
It's all right.
This film was an early example of social distancing. Did I catch YouTube channel Cineflix watch along of Night of the Living Dead last week? No, I did not. Yeah, there's some kind of Michael Myers game. I think it's like a independently made game, like a, I don't know what you'd call it. Baby.
Gotta fix these boards.
You're crazy.
Thank you.
Gonna be at every window and door in this
Thank you,
place.
Ian Jones, for the
We've gotta get
$10
out into
super
the
chat,
cellar.
man.
Go down
Appreciate
to
that.
Damn cellar. Get out of here!
The next time someone tells you that someone you love is dead and that no one can live forever, you better take their word for it.
Everything else is up
They
here,
could be
too.
saving your
Because if I
life
stay
for
up
all
here,
you know.
I'm fighting for everything up here, and the radio and the
Very
food
true.
is part of what I'm fighting for. Now, if you're going down the cellar, get.
The man's insane.
But thank you for that super chat, Ian. I appreciate it,
We've
man.
got to have food down there. We've got a right.
This is your house.
We've got a right.
You going down there with him?
Well,
Yes or no? This is your last chance. No beating around the bush.
Listen, I got a kid down there. She can't possibly. I couldn't bring her up here. She can't possibly take all the racket and those things smashing through the windows.
Well, you're her father. If you're stupid enough to go die in that trap, that's your business. However, I am not stupid enough to follow you. It is
Apparently, a
tough for the
reporter
kid that old
named
man is
Dave
so
James from the local Channel 11 News visited the set and interviewed the cast.
You
Not
be
sure
the
if that
boss
footage
down
has
there.
ever been seen.
I'm boss up here.
You bastards.
That would be good footage to see.
You know, I won't open this door again. I mean it.
Mr. Cooper, with your help, we could...
What does pizowell stand for?
Let him go, man.
Doesn't
His mind
really
is
stand
made
for
up. Just
anything.
let him go.
It's just a variation on my last name. It was a nickname I was given in
Judy?
high school.
Come on up here, honey.
What's up, Matt? There was a Thing board game?
You're gonna let them get hurt too, huh?
It's all right, honey. Go ahead. If we stick together, man, we can fix it up real good. There's lots of places we can run to up here. Mr. Cooper, we'd all be a lot better off.
Favorite horror
All three of
movie
us were working
is the
together.
original Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Hey. Hey, kid. He's wrong, you know.
That's right, Charlie. Yeah, the same guy who did the Michael Myers game. He also created a Texas Chainsaw Massacre game. I liked the first Insidious movie. I've not really liked any of the
Safe
sequels.
now. Board it up tight.
What about Tom and Judy?
They want to stay up there, let them. There are two other people upstairs, a man and a girl.
We heard you screaming.
Yeah, but I didn't know who they were, and I wasn't about to.
There's pictures of the
Take any
interview in the
unnecessary
complete Night of the Living Dead film book.
Of course not, Harry.
Is she all right?
I don't know what it is. She feels warm. Maybe it's shock.
Where'd you get the bandage?
Some laundry in a basket. I tore a sheet.
Let them stay upstairs. Let them. Too many ways those monsters can get in up there. We'll see who's right. We'll see when they come begging me to let them in down here.
I'm aware of the Dead Meat
That's
channel.
important, isn't it?
What?
I don't
To be
know the
right,
guy.
everybody else to be wrong.
It's Horror
What do you mean
Anthology
by that?
Week over on the Gram. Is there any anthologies that are public domain that we could watch?
Does anyone up there know why we're being
Good
attacked?
question.
Whatever
I don't know.
it is, it isn't just happening here. It's some kind of mass murder. It's going on everywhere. The radio said to stay inside.
Radio?
Radio upstairs. I heard a news bulletin.
There's a radio
I've,
upstairs and you
I've
boarded
always
the thing
thought this
down
woman
here?
is
I know what I'm
really
doing.
pretty.
What did it say?
Nothing. Nothing. They don't know anything yet. There's mass murder everywhere, and people are supposed to look for a safe place to hide.
Take the boards off that door.
We are staying down here, Helen.
Harry, that radio is at least some kind of communication. If the authorities know what's happening, well, they'll send people for us to tell us what to do. How are we going to know what's going on if we lock ourselves in this dungeon?
Cinefix said Greg Nicotero was a special guest on their watch along. Cool. That's very cool. Yeah, I was gonna say she doubles as a zombie that eats like
Dying together isn't going to solve anything.
insect off a tree.
Those people aren't our enemies.
Mr. Cooper, Ben found a television set upstairs.
Let's go up. Tom? If Judy would come downstairs for a few minutes,
I always have been partial to brunettes. I don't know what that is.
Will you do it?
Do I have to?
Look, honey, nothing's gonna get done with them down there and us up here. Do this for me.
Okay.
Okay, open up.
I wonder if there are any horror anthologies that are public domain. Lauren, are there any horror anthologies that are public domain?
I'll take good care of her, Helen.
she's all I have.
Why don't you go upstairs now?
Great White aka The Last Shark is free on YouTube. Nice.
Her brother was killed.
Hey, give me a hand with this thing.
I gotta go help Ben with the television.
Am I on lockdown? More or less self-imposed lockdown, yes. Not forced lockdown.
Don't be afraid of me. I'm Helen Cooper, Harry's wife.
Your husband's a jerk. That's a nice doily.
This place is ridiculous. Look at this. There's a million weak spots up here. Give me one of those.
Her brother was killed.
And they talk about these windows. I can't see a damn thing. There could be 50 million of those things out there. That's how much good these windows are.
Why don't you do something to help somebody?
Here, I have it. Drag a couple of those chairs together.
There's a socket over here.
You better watch this and try to understand what's going on. I don't want anyone's life on my hands.
Is there anything I can do?
I don't want to hear any more from you, mister. If you stay up here, you take
Go
orders
slap
from
him
me,
around, Dwayne.
And that includes leaving the girl alone.
It's on.
There you
it's
go.
on.
There's no sound.
That's alpha male talk.
Reports, incredible as they seem, are not the results of mass hysteria.
Mass hysteria. What do they think? We're imagining all this?
Shut up! In all parts of the country. The wave of murder which is sweeping the eastern third of the nation is being committed by creatures who feast upon the flesh of their victims. First eyewitness accounts of this grisly development came from people who were understandably frightened and almost incoherent.
It was probably a marriage of convenience.
First discounted those eyewitness descriptions as being beyond belief. However, the reports persisted. Medical examinations of some of the victims bore out the fact that they had been partially devoured. I think we have some late word just arriving, and I'll interrupt to bring this to you. This is the latest disclosure in a report from National Civil Defense Headquarters in Washington. It has been established that persons who have recently died have been returning to life and committing acts of murder. A widespread investigation of reports from funeral homes, morgues, and hospitals has concluded that the unburied dead are coming back to life and seeking human victims. It's hard for us here to believe what we're reporting to you.
Encounter with the unknown.
When this emergency first began, radio and television was advising people to stay inside, behind locked doors for safety. Well, that situation has now changed. We're able to report a definite course of action for you. Civil defense machinery has been organized to provide rescue stations with food, shelter, medical treatment, and protection by armed National Guardsmen. Stay tuned to the broadcasting stations in your local area for this list of rescue stations. This list will be repeated throughout our news coverage. Look for the name of the rescue station nearest you and make your way to that location as soon as possible.
So we have that truck. If we can get some gas, we can get out of here.
Maybe we can do an encounter of the
I
unknown.
know, that's why I pulled in here, but it's locked.
Watch along next,
This
then.
afternoon by the president. Since convening this conference of the presidential cabinet, the FBI, the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the CIA has not produced any public information. Why are space experts being consulted about an earthbound emergency? So far, all the betting on the answer to that question centers on the recent Explorer satellite shot to Venus. That satellite, you'll recall, started back to Earth, but never got here. That's the space vehicle which orbited Venus and then was purposely destroyed by NASA when scientists discovered it was carrying a mysterious high-level radiation with it. Could that radiation be somehow responsible for the whole set of murders
Born
we're
in
now
80,
suffering?
Vance.
Newsman Don
Oh,
Quinn
I'm glad you're having a good time, Puff.
It's obvious our best move is to try to get out of here.
How are you going to get over to that pump? Look.
You're coming from a meeting regarding the explosion of the Venus probe?
It's not great. It could be fun to watch as a watch along.
That was the subject of the meeting.
You feel there is a connection between this and the phenomenon?
There's a definite connection. A definite connection.
In other words, you feel that the
There is
radiation on the
Romero
Venus
right
probe
there.
is enough to cause these mutations?
There was a very high degree of radiation.
Well, just a minute. I'm not sure that that's certain at all. I don't think that has been
logical
irrefutably
explanation that
proved.
we have at this time.
In other words, it is the military's viewpoint that the radiation is not the cause of the mutation.
I can't speak for the entire military at this time, gentlemen.
This seems to
I
be...
must disagree with these gentlemen presently until this is irrefutably proved.
everything is being done that can be done.
We'll have to hurry for our next meeting.
Professor, you feel that there is a definite connection between
a definite connection as far as Dr. Keller and myself.
Doctor, please. I thought we decided that is not proved yet.
Was the satellite, when the satellite was exploded?
An unusual amount of radiation, enough to cause mutation under certain circumstances.
Could have happened.
Have a bearing on it.
It does seem to have a bearing.
Will there be a reply for this further?
Later.
Yes.
There will be a reply.
John Russo's the
Later this
driver.
afternoon. There will be a report this afternoon.
Well, perhaps there will be a report.
Yes.
A
Later.
report. Will you close the window?
We are doing everything possible to solve the problem.
We're hoping to get some further...
Oh, that's right. Yes, Romero has a
all we need to know. We have to try to get
cameo in Silence of the Lambs too. That's right.
If we could get Karen there, we could get help for her.
Belmo is one of the world's foremost authorities on space science and technology.
Willard. I saw a sign that said Willard.
It's only about 17 miles.
He was the guy in the army. That's
You know this
that's
area.
what I thought.
Around here?
Judy and I are both from around here. We were on our way up to
He
the
was
lake
the
and we were
guy
swimming.
with the
Judy had a
microphone
radio,
talking
and we heard
to,
the first reports about this. So we knew the old house was
doing a
here.
lot of the
We came in
talking,
and found a lady upstairs.
or asking a lot of the questions.
Then these other people came. We went down into the basement, put a bar across the door, and it is pretty strong.
How could we possibly get away from here? We've got a sick child, 2 women, 1 woman out of her head, 3 men, and the place is surrounded with these things.
For NASA. Dr. Grimes, your entire staff, I know, has been working
I don't remember much
very
about
hard
monkey
to find
shines.
some
It's been
solution
a few years since I last saw the movie. I remember it being okay.
Yes, we have some answers. But first, let me stress the importance of seeking medical attention for anyone who's been injured in any way. We don't know yet what complications might result from such injuries.
How bad has your kid been hurt?
Good advice, Doctor. Now, how about the basic
Look, you go down there and tell Judy. Yeah, you tell Judy to come up here and you stay with the kid, all right?
In the cold room at the university, we had a cadaver from which all 4 limbs had been amputated. Sometime early this morning, it opened its eyes and began to move its trunk. It was dead, but it opened its eyes and tried to move.
They want you upstairs. Did she ask for me?
She hasn't said anything.
I don't understand. Baby. It's Mommy.
I heard. I'll come back down as soon as I find out what they want.
Thank you, Judy.
The body should be disposed of at once, preferably by cremation.
Well, how long after death, then, does the body become reactivated?
It's only a matter of minutes.
Minutes? Well, that doesn't give people time to make any arrangements.
Oh, you're right. It doesn't give them time to make funeral arrangements.
Make funeral
Bodies
arrangements.
must be carried and burned. They must be burned immediately. Soak them with gasoline and burn them. The bereaved will have to forego the dubious comforts that a funeral service will give. They're just dead flesh and dangerous.
I see.
Judy, I need you to find some bedspreads or sheets to tear up into small strips, okay? Is there a fruit cellar here?
Yes.
We need some bottles or jars to make Molotov cocktails and hold them off while we try to escape.
Hey, there's a big can of kerosene down there.
I'll see what I can find.
I'll look for the bottles.
There's a big key ring down there. There may be a key to the gas pump on it.
I'll check.
We can toss the cocktails from a window upstairs. Meantime, a couple of us can go out and try to get the gas and come back for the rest of the people.
But that'll leave a door open someplace.
Yeah, that's right. It better be this door. It's closer to the truck. Before we go out, we'll put some supplies behind the cellar door. While we're gone, the rest of you can hold up in there.
I like the
found
first
some fruit
screenplay.
jars in the cellar. And there's a key on here that's labeled for the gas pump out back.
I'm not really that used to the truck. I found it abandoned.
I can handle the truck, no sweat.
You're it, then. You and I'll go. We'll put whatever lumber we find behind the cellar door. You can go upstairs and toss the cocktails from a window. Tom, you and I will have to unboard this door. After you toss the cocktails, you hustle back down here and lock this door. It's no good to board it up because we'll have to get back in quickly. After we get the gas and get back into the house, then we'll worry about getting everybody into the truck. Now let's move it.
I've seen Miss 45. It's been a while, but I've seen it. I remember it being good.
Indications are that before this emergency is over, we will need many, many more such rescue stations.
You always have a smile for me. How can you smile like that all the time?
I just love you, Billy.
Come on, honey, we gotta move.
Tom, are you sure about the phone?
The phone is dead out. All you get is a recorded message.
If I could only call the folks. They're going to be so worried about us.
Everything will be all right. As soon as we get to Willard, we'll call them. They might even be there.
I like the first Omen movie.
I know.
I don't remember very much about the other Omen films.
Tom. Are you sure we're doing the right thing, Tom?
What, about getting out of here?
Yeah.
Well, the television said that's the right thing to do. We've got to get to a rescue station.
I don't know.
Come on, honey, you're starting to sound like Mr. Cooper now.
But why do you have to go out there?
Look, I know how to handle that truck, and I can handle the pump. Ben doesn't know anything about that stuff.
But we're safe in here.
For how long, honey? We're safe now. But there's going to be more and more of those things.
I know all that.
All right, Lauren, take care, man. Have a good one.
Remember when we had the big flood? Remember how difficult it was for us to convince you that it was right to leave. Remember we had to go to Willard then? This isn't a passing thing, honey. It's not like just a wind passing through. We've got to do something, and fast.
I just don't want you to go out there, that's all.
Hey, Smiley. Where's that big smile for me? Boy, you're sure no use at all, are you? We've got work to do, honey. And you...
We better get her downstairs.
We have to go downstairs now, Barbara.
She's right. You have to go downstairs now, just for a little while, until we get back. Then we can all leave.
Oh, I'd like to leave. Yes.
I'm sure you would. Hey, Piz, have you ever seen Class of 1984 with Michael J. Fox? Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, it's good. I need to revisit the Class of 1999. I've got the Vestron Collector's Edition release here.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you can see the writing on the back of the boards.
You ready upstairs? Yeah. Okay, toss them.
Yes, I have seen Grave Encounters. I liked it. Oh, John Russo did that fire stunt? Oh. Nice.
Go on!
I'm going with him.
Get back in the cellar.
I'm going.
It's too late. It's too late.
Well, as you're coming, come on. Get in.
The head, Ben. You got to hit him in the head.
dark.
Take care, Jess. Have a good night. Oof, shooting the gas pump like that. Oof. Cooper deserved that. He's had that coming for a while.
Drag you out there and feed you those things.
The Ghoul Feast makes you nauseous. Well, they're going to have a feast, that's for sure. I cut the naked zombie out to make it YouTube and Twitch appropriate. Yummy, yummy. Hey, PlayStation 9, what's up, man?
Isn't it 3 o'clock yet? There's supposed to be another broadcast at 3 o'clock.
10 minutes.
Oh, only 10 more minutes? We don't have very long to wait. We can leave.
She's lost it.
Oh, we better leave soon.
She's lost
10
it.
minutes to 3.
You know anything about this area at all? I mean, is Willard the nearest town?
Playing Payday 2.
I don't know. We were just trying to get to a motel before dark.
You said those things turned your car over. You think we can get it back on its wheels and drive it? Where is it?
Seems like it was pretty far away. Seems like we ran.
Forget it. It's at least a mile.
Johnny has the keys.
You're gonna carry that child a mile through that army of
Take care,
things out
Gabe.
there?
Have a good one, man. Appreciate that super chat earlier, too, man.
How'd she get hurt?
Have a good
One
one.
of those things grabbed her.
Bit her on the arm.
What's wrong?
Who knows what kind of disease those things carry? Is she conscious?
Barely.
She can't walk. She's too weak.
Well, one of us could try to get to the car.
You gonna turn it over by yourself?
You can't start the car. Johnny has the keys.
You have a car? Where? Where is it?
You won't be able to start it.
Yeah, I know. But where is it?
Just lost it, Deborah. Well, there's a little bit of the zombie woman's butt right there. I missed that part. Oh, well.
Good Lord.
They're hungry.
Being monitored closely by scientists at all the radiation detection stations. At this hour, they report the level of the
Hey, General Hot Batman Pizza Hut, what's up?
continues to increase steadily. So long as this situation remains, government spokesmen warn that dead bodies will continue to be transformed into the flesh-eating ghouls. All persons who die during this crisis, from whatever cause, will come back to life to seek human victims unless their bodies are first disposed of by cremation. Our news cameras have just returned from covering such a search and destroy operation against the ghouls, this one conducted by Sheriff Conan McClellan in Butler County, Pennsylvania. So now let's go to that film report. All law enforcement agencies and the military have been organized to search out and destroy the marauding ghouls. The Survival Command
marauding
Center at the Pentagon
ghouls.
has disclosed that a ghoul can be killed by a shot in the
Anything from the supply wagon, cuz? No, we're all right.
I love this guy here. Yeah, they're all messed up.
Chief McClellan, how's everything going?
Oh, things aren't going
And
too
that
bad. Men are
is
taking it pretty good.
Lori Cardill's father. Lori Cardill starred in Day of the Dead.
Well, we killed 19 of them today right in this area. Those last 3 we caught trying to claw their way into an abandoned shed. They must have
Yeah,
thought
Chili
somebody
Bill
was in
Cardill.
there. There wasn't, though. We heard them making all kind of noise. We came over and beat them off, blasted them down. Yeah, okay.
Chief, if I were surrounded by 6 or 8 of these things, would I stand a chance with them?
Well, there's no problem. If you had a gun, shoot them in the head. That's a sure way to kill them. If you don't, get yourself a club or a torch. Beat them or burn them. They go up pretty easy.
Well, Chief McClellan, how long do you think it will take you until you get the situation under control?
Well, that's pretty hard to say. We don't know how many of them there are. We know when we find them, we can kill them.
Are they slow-moving, Chief?
Yeah, they're dead. They're all messed up.
Well, in time, would
Oh,
you
they're
say
dead.
you ought to be
They're
able to wrap this
all
up in
messed.
24 hours?
Well, we don't really
George
know.
Casana
We know
plays the
we'll be
lead
into it
redneck.
most of the night, probably into the early morning. We're working our way toward Willard, and we'll team up with the National Guard over there, and then we'll be able to give a more definite view.
Thank you very much, Chief McClellan. This is Bill Cardill.
Who's the dead girl that
WIC
that been dragged into the room upstairs?
Bill, for that report.
I don't know.
Official spokesman declined to speculate just how long it may take to kill off all the flesh eaters, so long as the heavy rain.
Uh-oh.
Is the fuse box in the cellar?
I don't know. It isn't the fuse. The power lines are down. Helen, I have to get that gun.
Haven't you had enough?
Look, 2 people are dead already on account of that guy. Take a look out that window. Get.
These are some pretty smart zombies. Or ghouls, whatever you choose to call them. No, I don't believe Frankenstein is public domain. The zombies killed Bucky down at the power plant.
Go ahead. You want to stay up here now? Helen, get the cellar. Get the cellar now. Move!
There you go, Ben. Driller Killer might be public domain, but I could not do a watch along to it. You stay right there, Dave. And don't you even think about moving. Carl Hardman had to do this several times because he kept getting tangled up in the coat stand. Having some daddy chicken wing. This is probably, to me, this is like the freakiest part of the movie. When she's stabbing her mom with the garden thing. Oh, it's just freaky. The music and the slow-mo and... Or not the slow-mo, but the music and the woman screaming and the blood on the wall and how it's edited is really, really, really creepy. Love that. Oh, that was the corpse of the homeowner, I guess. Or the homeowner's wife, daughter. And there's Johnny. Oh, she's a goner. It's a cement trowel. It's a trowel of some kind. A garden trowel, a cement trowel. This is how it will be when they come for my toilet paper. No. I don't remember if Ben killed her or if she was already dead. I think she was already dead. This ending is just so... Yeah, such a downer. But in such a good way, I think.
Hey, Vince, Al, you want to get about 4 or 5 men and a couple dogs? There's a house over here behind those trees. We want to go check it out. You still here, Bill?
Yeah, Chief, we're going to stay with it till we meet up with the National Guard.
Where'd you get the coffee?
One of the volunteers. You're doing all the work. You take it.
Thank you. We should be wrapped up here about 3 or 4 more hours. We'll probably get into Willard then. I guess you can go over there and meet the National Guard. Nick, you and the rest of these men want to come
Nico,
with me?
take care, man. Have a good night.
No,
Thanks for tuning in.
See what's happening. All right, Steve, tell them we're going to stay with it, and Everything appears to be under control.
They need you down there by the barn. Guys, just follow the wagon down. I only need a few men to check out the house.
No, didn't finish Dead Rising. I've not seen the movies.
Somebody had a cookout here, Vince.
Yeah, sure looks like it, Cal.
No, that wasn't Romero with the camera.
He's the dead one. Get up here. Nick, Tony, Steve, you want to get out in that field and build me a bonfire? You, drag that out of here and throw it on the fire.
Nothing down here.
All right, go ahead down and give him a hand. Let's go check out the house.
There's something there. I heard a noise.
All right, Vince, hit him in the head, right between the eyes. Good shot. Okay, he's dead. Let's go get him. That's another one for the fire.
Just such a brutal ending. So brutal. And then, of course, you get this montage here of the photos of them like hooking him and throwing him on the fire with the dead zombies, and it's just like, ugh, so gut wrenching, man. Vince Skirvinsky plays the guy who shoots Ben. In an interview, he said this: "I realized my childhood ambition to be an actor, but that was squelched when I went to a kiddie matinee to see the film. When the scene came where I shot the hero, those kids' reaction scared the hell out of me. I stayed in the theater till it was cleared, then made a hasty exit and headed to a nearby alley." Wow. Wow. Yes, Jeff, definitely. A classic. Such a, a huge watershed moment for not just horror horror films, but for movies in general, I think, I mean, this movie was so ahead of its time in so many ways, And they got Ben next to the cemetery zombie.
Hey, Randy, light these torches over here. In the back, way in the back.
Such a gut punch of an ending, man. Oh my God. Wow. Jeez. There it was. Night of the Living Dead. My goodness. Yeah, such a gut punch of an ending. This was fun. I got to crash. Good night. All right. Thanks, Ghoul. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great night. Take care. stay sane, stay healthy, but have a good one. Yes, indeed. Thank you, George Romero. And really, everybody who was involved in that movie, they all did such a great job, I mean, Romero, Russo, Hinsman, Hardman, Judith O'Dea, I mean, Dwayne Jones. Yeah. So ahead of its time. Kind of like the ending of The Mist. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Very powerful, yes. Never heard of the movie Gollum from 1920. Russ Streiner and Marilyn Eastman. Yes. You love watch-alongs. Yeah, this was definitely a good one, fun one. I'm going to take a quick break, and then I will be back in I'll be back here shortly. All right, I am back. Yeah, that was a very fun watch along. That was really cool. But, yeah. So what did you guys think of the movie? Can't hear me. You should be able to hear me. All right, I am back. Yeah, that was a very Gazelle, I wish there was a way more public domain films as these. Watch-alongs would be rather limited. Well, there's you know, there's some entertaining public domain movies we'll get around to watching here soon. Yeah, bit of a downer, but a good downer, I think. A good downer ending. Christian, how are you, buddy? But yes, there's a public domain movie called Tormented, I think, that's supposed to be bad, but in a fun way. So we'll have to do a watch along to that one very soon. And there's an anthology that Lauren mentioned called Encounter with the Unknown that is also supposed to be bad, but would probably be fun for a watch along. So what year is that? You mean the Tormented? Hold on, let me see. 1960 is when that one came out. It sounds like it's bad, but in a fun way. Should do a stuff watch along. Couldn't do a stuff watch along. It'd have to be like a live commentary. Coming up next year, I probably could do a Dream a Little Evil. Well, no, it's got nudity in it. I'd have to edit that out. AP is going to watch Good Boys tonight. I heard it was really funny. I don't think I've ever seen it. Upsetting that Ben, I know, it's upsetting that Ben was killed. Piz, do you know if the werewolf movie project Metal Beast is public domain? I have no idea. Plan 9 from Outer Space would be fun to do. That would be a fun one to do, I think, yeah. Cabinet of Dr. Caligari and the Goblin, or the Golem. Yeah, Dementia 13 is public domain. That's one that we could definitely do. Yep. But there's some entertaining public domain films out there. I wonder if Dream a Little Evil is probably not public domain, but I can't imagine anybody stepping up to actually claim that they own that movie, so I don't think I would have to worry about any kind of copyright issues. Your mom watched it with you tonight for what? You mean Return or Night of the Living Dead? Is that what you're talking about, Jeff? Did I ever see the plan? Oh, they made a Plan 9 remake? Really? I didn't know that. Hey, when's the next live watch along? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I've been very kind of spontaneous with these, kind of announcing them the same day I do them. But I don't know. I'm sure within the next couple of days, though. For sure, within the next couple of days. You just found Silent Night Deadly Night on YouTube for free? Well, I love that movie. Yeah, I think probably everything Ed Wood is public domain at this point. You watched VFW last night. It's definitely worth a watch. Yeah, I actually looked into that movie. It sounds like it sounds like it'd be good. I just need to get around to watching it. But it definitely sounds like something right up my alley. Piz the Movie Rocktober Blood is free on YouTube. That one's not public domain, but it's been on YouTube forever. So, I mean, I don't know. VFW is awesome. Yeah, I need to get around to watching it. What about, was it Ega or Atom Age Vampire? Never heard of that one. Yes, I have seen Ramirez Martin, Terrorvision. I like it. Well, and some of these, public domain movies, they're older movies and they're, they've not been remastered or anything, so they're going to be not great quality, unfortunately. But I don't know, Jeff. I mean, have you messaged him? And I mean, your best bet's probably going to be to get to the New Jersey, or I'm not sure what part of the country you live in, but your best bet's probably going to be to meet him at a convention. Hey, Jamie, how are you? Yeah, doing well. Hope you're doing well too. Silent Night 2 is better than Halloween. I love Silent Night Deadly Night too, but I don't know if I'd go that far. How does the Patreon movie suggestion work? You just have to be a movie club member. And once you become a movie club member, just I'll message you or you message me and tell me what movie you'd like me to review. Yeah, Carnival of Souls. I've had a lot of people recommend Carnival of Souls. You're doing peachy, just bored. I hear you. I remember buying my first DVD player back in March of '98. It was $499. You had to buy a 5.1 surround receiver to go with it for $700. Oh, wow. You've still got that DVD player. Wow, man. Jeez. I can remember back in the day, like my mom coming home with our first VCR, and we watched the movie Throw Mama from the Train. And I just remember, like, oh my God, we can watch movies at home with this thing. Like, I just remember being like blown away buy it. It is, I was going to check out the free premium Pornhub, but this is so much better. LOL. Hope you and your family are holding up well. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Love Carnival of Souls. So atmospheric. It's been a long time since I've last seen that movie. So doing a watch along would be good. Let's see. Let's look it up here. See if it's on YouTube. Oh yeah, it is all over YouTube. There's even a remastered version. Cool. It doesn't look very good for a remastered one. Let's check this one out, see how it looks. This one looks pretty good. I'll bookmark it. Is Graduation Day worth a watch? Yeah, I like Graduation Day. It's a fun early 80s slasher flick. No, I never had a top loader VCR. Never had one of those. Always had the front loader or whatever. Yeah, throwing off from the train was funny, as I recall. In 68 years, Peel's going to make a SpongeBob Nosferatu watch along. My high school Steady's parents owned a video store. Oh, wow. That is cool. Saw everything in that store. That's cool. You still got that VCR too, man? Wow. Wasn't that you that went to the TCM houses? Yes, that was me, Nightmare Files. That was me. I went to the Sawyer House, which is now a restaurant, and a very good restaurant. I like seriously had like the best burger of my life at that place. It was so good. And then went to the gas station, and that's now like a barbecue pit. And the food there was okay. It's a very small place, the gas station, and there's just like tons of horror collectible stuff in it. You recently bought a Laserdisc player? My buddy, the only person I knew who had a Laserdisc player was my buddy. He lived across the street, and he bought a few Laserdiscs. I think we may have watched like Eraser on Laserdisc and maybe something else. But yeah, it seems to me like that format just came and went really quickly. I don't remember betas. Now, I think it was was it the first car that I remember we had? I think it was the first car, or maybe the second one that I remember we owned. I was really little. It had a 8-track player in it. And I remember those 8 tracks. Whorehound85, what's up, man? How are you doing? '83 is all they had back. What now? I'm talking '83. All they had back in '83 were the top loader VCRs. We didn't get our first VCR till probably '88. Probably about '88. Maybe '87. I don't remember. What year did Throw Mama from the Train come out? I've got to look that up now. What year did Throw Mama from the Train come out? '87. Okay. Well, it could have been '88 because, I mean, usually it took a long time for movies to come. It came out in December of '87. So, yeah, it had to be '88 sometime. I didn't realize that Danny DeVito actually directed Throw Mama from the Train. Its box office was $57.9 million. Wow. And the great Anne Ramsey. Oh, goodness gracious. You bought a couple of 8 tracks today. Wow. Oh, you're watching Sling Blade. Whorehound85. Nice. Is the James Rolfe part in Search of Darkness was cool? I mean, he talks about a few movies over the course of the documentary. He's not in it a whole lot, as I recall. Don't judge me, I collect Tiny Tim. Nothing wrong with that. Horror Hound, have you ever bought any masks from David Miller Creations? Yeah, I love Sling Blade. Great movie. Great performance from Billy Bob. He likes them French fried taters. Yeah, and who doesn't love French fried taters? I mean, come on. Angry Video Game Nerd Halloween Special watch along. I don't know if he'd go for that. Oh yeah, French fried taters with mustard. Now I can't follow him there. I love me some French fried taters, but yeah, I can't not with mustard. Dante's Modern Life. Yes, I've seen Let's Scare Jessica to Death. It's been a few years, but I've seen it. I remember liking it. Did you hear about the special features on the Dawn Blu-ray from Second Sight? No. Have they released the full list of extras on that release? You were disturbed by the potted meat. and Sling Blade. It's funny. The limited edition will have all the library music and the novelization. Okay. Nice. You watched Freddy's Revenge on the top loader when you were 7? That's cool. That's cool. I didn't know that they'd... Let's see. Let me check them out here. Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah. I did see some of these the other day when they had first released them. The theatrical cut, new 4K scan and restoration of the original camera negative, commentary. Disc 2 is the extended cut using 4K scan of camera negative, 4K scan of extended cut interpositive. Disc 3 is the Argento cut produced using 4K scan of theatrical cut. And 4K scan of Argento cut interpositive. Zombies and Bikers. The Goblin soundtrack, 17 tracks. The complete DeWolf Library Cues Part 1. The complete 150-page hardback book featuring new essay. Well, 150-page hardback book. Wow. Essays, archive interview, and rare steals. Dawn of the Dead novelization book. Jeez, that thing's loaded. Have they given a price for how much it's going to be? Because I imagine it's not going to be cheap. Not yet. 1951, The Thing watch along. That might be good. Just pre-ordered Lady in White on Blu-ray from Lauren's suggestion. Any horror movies I refuse to watch because I think they'll be too disturbing. No, not really. I mean, I'll give just about anything a shot. Toronto Freddy, take care, man. Have a good one. Thanks for tuning in. Stay safe and stay healthy, my friend. Yeah, Second Sight's Dawn of the Dead remake. Yeah, or Dawn of the Dead release. That's what I was talking about. Let me see here. Let's find the thing, and we'll bookmark it. There it is. The Thing from Another World. Full HD. Nice. Let's bookmark it. Oh no, that's not real. I actually don't see one on YouTube. I don't see the full movie on YouTube. Well, maybe we won't do A Thing from Another World watch along. Is the 50s Fly PD? It might be. I'm not sure. Yeah, they're also putting out Martin. I want to check out the Martin release too. Glad to see Martin's getting some love like that. I really like Martin. Let's see. We've got 52 people watching the stream on YouTube right now. 53 people. If you've not left a like on the stream, please do so. I would appreciate it. And we've got 3 people watching over on Twitch still. So thank you guys for tuning in over on Twitch. I think I am going to, let me see, did Whorehound answer my question? I just missed it. No, he must have tuned out. Oh, well. Well, guys, I think I'm going to call it a stream there, but I want to thank you guys for tuning in and watching George Romero's 1968 classic, Night of the Living Dead, with me. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys out there stay safe and healthy. And we'll do another watch along in the very near future. If you guys missed my review of In Search of Darkness that I posted today/yesterday, now at this point, check that out. And I've got an unboxing video coming out tomorrow, so keep your eyes peeled for that one. Let me give some shout outs here. Thank you, Sting of the Scorpion, watching over on Twitch. Thank you, Horror Nerd 13, watching over on Twitch. I think we had a couple other people tune in. Friday the 13th Game over on Twitch. Kyle K. Nick 2 Blitzed. Thank you guys for tuning in over on Twitch. Appreciate that. And let's see who's still watching with me over on YouTube. Darkness Demon 8, Aaron Rodriguez, Charlie Lara, my buddy Dave, Brian Trash, Jeff Sheeran, Joe Reese, Jeff Overing, PlayStation 9, General Hot Batman Pizza Hut, Toronto Freddy, who's already tuned out, Brian Trash, Jamie, Joe Reese, Dante's Modern Life, Horrorhound 85, Nightmare Files, my buddy Lauren, who tuned out. Let's see, KR Campbell, Trash. But DJ Donnelly, thank you for tuning in. Manny Moore, thank you for tuning in also. But yes, have a great night, guys. Take care, stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you all again in the very near future. Have a great one. Peace.